Hi! Welcome to Holy Time TV. Before we start, smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Abraham, a key figure in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, is known for his acts of hospitality towards strangers. The story of his hospitality can be found in the Hebrew Bible, Genesis chapter 18, and the Islamic tradition, Quran, Surah Hud 11-69-76. Several reasons can be cited for Abraham's hospitable behavior. Obedience to God's command. Abraham's hospitality was a reflection of his faithfulness and obedience to God's commands. Both Jewish and Islamic teachings emphasize the importance of hospitality as a way to show love and kindness to others, which in turn reflects obedience to God. Cultural context. In ancient Near Eastern culture, hospitality was considered a sacred duty and a cornerstone of society. It was customary to welcome and care for travelers, who often faced harsh and dangerous conditions. Abraham's hospitality was an extension of this cultural practice. Divine encounter. In Genesis 18, the three strangers who visited Abraham were later revealed to be angels, and one of them was understood to be the Lord himself. Abraham's hospitality in this instance can be seen as a response to a divine encounter. In Islamic tradition, the visitors are identified as angels as well, and Abraham's hospitality is seen as a demonstration of his righteousness. Model for future generations. Abraham's hospitality serves as an example for future generations of believers. His actions illustrate the importance of being kind and generous to others, even if they are strangers. This lesson is echoed in the teachings of all three Abrahamic religions. In summary, Abraham's hospitality to strangers is rooted in his obedience to God, cultural context, the possibility of divine encounter, and his role as a model for future generations of believers. In the Hebrew Bible, the story of Abraham welcoming God can be found in Genesis chapter 18 verses 1-15. Here's a summary of the specific actions Abraham took to welcome the divine visitors. Recognizing the visitors. As Abraham was sitting at the entrance of his tent in the heat of the day, he looked up and saw three men, understood to be divine visitors, including the Lord, standing nearby. He recognized their special nature and hurried to greet them. Bowing down. Abraham showed respect and reverence for his guests by bowing down low to the ground as he approached them. Offering rest and refreshment. Abraham invited the visitors to rest under a tree and offered to bring water to wash their feet. This was a common gesture of hospitality in ancient Near Eastern culture. Preparing a meal. Abraham instructed his wife, Sarah, to quickly prepare bread from fine flour, and he himself selected a choice calf from his herd, which he had a servant prepare. He then served the visitors a meal, including the calf, bread, and curds and milk, demonstrating generosity and attentiveness to their needs. Attending to the guests. While his visitors ate, Abraham stood nearby, ready to attend to their needs and engage in conversation. Through these actions, Abraham displayed exemplary hospitality, welcoming the divine visitors with respect, care, and generosity. It is important to note that Abraham did not initially know that one of the visitors was God. He simply acted out of a sense of duty and kindness towards strangers. The true identity of the visitors was revealed later in the narrative when they prophesied that Sarah would give birth to a son, Isaac, and when the Lord informed Abraham about the impending destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. In Christianity, God's presence is understood in different ways. The belief in the Holy Trinity holds that God exists as the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Jesus Christ, as the Son of God, lived among humans and was God incarnate. After his death, resurrection, and ascension, Christians believe that God continues to be present through the Holy Spirit. While the idea of God making a secret visit in human form, as in the story of Abraham, is not a central belief in Christianity, Some Christians may believe in the possibility of divine encounters or interactions in various ways. The New Testament, particularly in the book of Hebrews, contains a passage that encourages hospitality by suggesting that some have entertained angels without realizing it. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 2. This passage is sometimes interpreted as a reminder to be kind and hospitable to others because one never knows when they may be in the presence of divine beings. In addition, Jesus himself taught about the importance of helping others and showing hospitality in the parable of the sheep and the goats. Matthew chapter 25 verses 31 to 46. In this passage, Jesus explains that when people help others in need, they are in effect helping Jesus himself, implying a sense of divine presence in acts of kindness and compassion. In summary, while Christians may not expect a literal secret visit from God in the same way as Abraham's experience, many believe that God is present and active in the world through the Holy Spirit, and they see divine encounters as possible through acts of kindness, compassion, and hospitality. Abraham's hospitality offers several valuable lessons for Christians, which can be applied in their daily lives. Radical hospitality. Christians can learn from Abraham's example of going above and beyond to welcome and care for strangers. Practicing hospitality means not only opening one's home to friends and family, but also extending care and assistance to strangers, foreigners, and those in need. Humility and respect. Abraham's act of bowing down to his visitors, even before he knew their divine nature, illustrates the importance of humility and showing respect to others. Christians can practice humility by treating everyone with kindness and recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every person. Attentiveness and service. Abraham was attentive to the needs of his visitors, offering them rest, refreshments, and a meal. He also personally attended to them, standing nearby while they ate. Christians can learn to be attentive to the needs of others and serve them with love and care. Generosity. Abraham's hospitality included providing the best food and resources he had for his visitors. Christians can learn to be generous with their time, talents, and resources to help others in need. Faith and obedience. Abraham's actions were driven by his faith and obedience to God. Christians can learn the importance of trusting in God and being obedient to his commands, including the call to love and care for others. Divine presence in everyday life. The story of Abraham's hospitality reminds Christians that God may be present and at work in the world through acts of kindness and compassion. Christians can be open to experiencing divine encounters and learning from them, as well as recognizing that they may be serving God by serving others. By incorporating these lessons from Abraham's hospitality into their lives, Christians can cultivate a spirit of love, compassion, and service, reflecting their faith and commitment to following the teachings of Jesus Christ. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this in the future. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.